Welcome to Story Stream channel. Our story about the calm panda who challenged the dragon. In the high bamboo mountains, among the mist and giant trees, lived a panda named Mike. Mike was different from the other pandas. He didn't enjoy climbing much or noisy play. Instead, he spent his days sitting quietly under the bamboo shadows, observing nature and pondering deep questions like,
Why do the clouds move so slowly? How do ants find their way in this big world?
although he wasn't fast or strong, Mike was remarkably intelligent. He loved noticing tiny details others missed and often read old books his grandfather had hidden in a wooden chest, books about legends, heroes, and magical creatures. One evening, while gazing at the reflection of the moon on a calm lake, something strange fell from the sky. It was a glowing golden letter, shimmering with a soft blue light and surrounded by a warm aura. Mike approached it slowly and opened it carefully. It was an official invitation to join the legendary Academy of Heroes at sunrise the next day. His heart raced.
Me? A simple panda who loves peace and quiet? At the Academy of Heroes?
But he didn't hesitate for long. At dawn, he packed his small bag, tucked in his favorite book and a few bamboo sticks, and set off toward his new destiny. At the Academy's gate, he saw what he had never seen in his life. A massive stone gate engraved with strange symbols and statues of heroes of every kind. As he stepped inside, he found himself surrounded by animals from all species. Leopards leaping over walls, eagles training to fly through storms, tigers practicing combat, and monkeys performing incredible acrobatics. As he walked in with hesitant steps, he heard whispers.
Look who showed up. Did he get lost on the way from the zoo? That's not what a hero looks like. Look how slow he is.
Mike pretended not to hear, but he felt the weight of their stares and doubts. Training began. The days were tough and the challenges harder. They learned combat, how to harness natural powers, read magical maps, and handle emergencies. Everyone outperformed him in speed and strength, but Mike silently observed. In one lesson, the trainees entered a complex maze that only opened its doors for those who solved a magical riddle. The leopards tried using speed, the tigers relied on strength, but they all got stuck. Mike sat down, closed his eyes, and recalled how ants navigate around obstacles. Then he began walking calmly, touching the walls, analysing sounds and directions. Minutes later, he emerged from the maze, alone. Then, he guided the others out behind him. The tiger instructor was stunned and asked,
How did you get out?
The maze is like an ant colony, just reversed. I used my imagination and slow steps to avoid any mistakes.
From that moment, some gazes began to change, but most still believed Mike was just lucky. One night, while everyone was asleep, a terrifying roar echoed from the sky, shaking the Academy's walls. Everyone ran out in fear. In front of them appeared a furious dragon, massive, with wings of fire and eyes glowing with rage. He started breathing flames on the towers and tearing down walls with his claws. The animals gathered to fight, but the dragon knocked them aside with a single blow. The headmaster owl shouted,
Evacuate now. No one can stop it.
Amid the chaos, Mike stood still. Something in the dragon's eyes wasn't evil. It was sad. He approached slowly as the animals screamed, Mike, come back, you'll be burned! But he didn't respond. Calmly, he said,
Dragon, why are you angry? What happened?
The dragon looked at him with teary eyes and said in a deep voice,
I hid my egg here hundreds of years ago. I returned to find it gone. They stole it from me.
Mike remembered a strange stone on Professor Owl's shelf.
That's not a stone, that's the egg.
he thought. He ran, faster than he ever had before, into the lab, found the glowing egg, carried it gently in his arms, and returned to the dragon. When the dragon saw its egg, it immediately calmed down. It looked at Mike with gratitude and bowed its head in respect. It said to him,
"You acted with courage and wisdom. You did not confront me with violence, but with understanding. You are a true hero."
Then it flew into the sky and disappeared among the clouds. The next morning, a great gathering was held in the academy courtyard. The owl principal stood tall with all the trainers by his side. He spoke in a calm, dignified voice.
Every year, we welcome those we believe to be the most worthy. But we have forgotten that true heroism lies not in strength, but in the mind. Not in speed, but in wisdom. The true hero is Mike.
Everyone applauded for a long time. Some of those who had mocked him at first came to shake his hand and apologize. From that day on, Mike was given the title the Wise Shadow. He wasn't always at the front, but he was always the one who made the difference. And his story was told in every corner of the academy, reminding everyone that a hero might be the quietest, the slowest, but the deepest in understanding and the purest in intention. The end. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.